Lil Baby fell off, and I think right now he's trying to get back up there to where he once was, to the peak of his success. Now, he just dropped a new song that we've already got like 2 years ago as a leak, but we definitely got the new song now, so let's talk about this and let's look at the state of Lil Baby's career. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. Now, I am a huge Lil Baby fan. Y'all have seen me defend this guy and talk about this guy, hype up his albums for the past, ever since I made this YouTube channel, honestly. And we've went through, since then, since I started YouTube channel, through two phases. We had the My Turn phase, we had the Voice of the Heroes phase, and now the last one, the It's Only Me phase of him rolling out new music. And he's always maintained a very stable level of success that was also partly, and not only partly, but very much so, due to the fact that if you got a Lil Baby feature, you were pretty much sure that he was gonna come through with a banger verse on your track. I mean, all throughout 2021, we've had amazing Lil Baby performances. We had him on Wants and Needs with Drake, which was definitely a performance, a guest feature that cemented a spot as like, yo, this guy is not to be messed with. Then we had, for example, Ramen and OJ, the Joyner joint that he definitely went hard on. We had, as I said, the entire The Voice of the Heroes tape with Lil Durk, where he was kind of like, okay, now he's collaborating with Durk, yo, now he's like really arrived where he wanted to be. Then we had performances on, for example, Donda as well on Hurricane. That was just insane. Also then on Certified Boy Lover, that was not as good. But still, you know, he went pretty hard for all of 2021. Then 2022 came and we didn't hear a lot about him. We got those two singles, Right On and In a Minute, that I definitely loved. In a Minute, one of the best, you know, Baby tracks in my opinion ever. We got that as the Pound Cake freestyle, you know, before as a leak, but then we finally got it. So those came out. And then we got a couple of those Detox and Haze singles in the rollout for It's Only Me, his then next studio album, that I didn't like a lot. You know, he also did that FIFA song for the World Cup, the World Is Yours, which was also not that great. So people were kind of like, hey, like, Baby's rolling out this new album, where is this gonna go? And then we got It's Only Me. And this is where, like, the problem started. Now, people were used to Baby always elevating yet another step when it came to his albums. You know, we had him with, I mean, all the way back, Harder Than Ever was like his big introduction after only dropping a couple of tapes before. Then we got that Gunna collab tape, Drip Harder, that I still remember. I was living in Atlanta around that time. People were like, when it dropped, it was like, yo, it dropped, and they were going crazy. And then he dropped like 1.5 years later. I mean, he did drop a Street Gossip, which was also pretty good. It was like a really solid tape. We got another big hit for the masses with Pure Cocaine on there, for example, but also deep cuts like, you know, Dreams to Reality or No Friends that I still love to this day. And then it was kind of silent because he was gearing up to release My Turn in February of 2020. And this was obviously his biggest album in his career. My Turn was the album that completely elevated him to another level. That was his introduction to stardom, to having connections to all these really big artists, to all these big record labels, and that was kind of like where he arrived. And then people wondering, where is he going to go from here? And we waited 2.5 years for the next solo album. As I said, The Voice of the Heroes, it didn't do too well, but it was kind of like, it's just a tape with Durkio. Like, it's not like a solo big album. And then It's Only Me dropped, and we were kind of like disappointed. There was no like elevation on a craft level from him. It was the same thing over and over again. Something he's been criticized of, obviously, for a very long time. And we talked about this, him running into the same problems as Lil Baby did, with, you know, his style is going to get out of style, and he's not going to have, you know, in demand style anymore. So that definitely came into play because people were around that time also listening to a lot of other artists coming up in the underground, you know, the Rage sounds, the Plug and B sounds, stuff like that, and people weren't as tuned into the Baby sound that they have been hearing for the past 5 years. Well, that brings us to today, where Baby has kind of, I'm gonna say, fell off, because the last album produced no big hit. He did say in that new song he got 10 million in cash for that. I don't know how true that is, but that was also from a leak that dropped before the last album, so that might not even be connected to It's Only Me, so that might explain it. But still, It's Only Me just kind of came, people were like, okay, Baby's not like elevating anymore, and then it just kind of never really bothered anymore to listen to it. And that's kind of where Baby is today. He's been pretty silent. In the meantime, as I said, we got a new song on YouTube. It's not on Spotify. It's called Go Hard, but it actually links back to a leak that we got a couple of years ago called Hard Again or Just Again that I've definitely heard before the song dropped. The song itself is nice. I think it dropped around the same time now. Him saying like, I've been going hard again now after the last album didn't do so well, so it's only me. But as I said, that being a leak, it's like not whole new stuff. And it's also like the same old stuff that we've heard on It's Only Me that people didn't want to make the next big hit out of. So that I don't know where this is gonna go. Now I do believe Lil Baby, and I've always believed in this guy, and I believe that this guy can come back if he is again featured on a big album, provides a killer verse, then people are like, okay, he still got it. And then he needs to kind of strategically lay out, okay, how do I want to play this? When is my next album coming out? What do I want to do for the rollout for this one? Because the rollout for It's Only Me, as I said, with those singles, Detox and Hey, that didn't work too well. People were not excited for this new album, like as much as they maybe would have if we had like a Whoa or something like Before My Turn. Now I want this guy to win, and I love his style, but I also get that people are saying it's out of, it's not like in demand anymore. And I think that is something that every artist has to deal with. Now, and for Lil Baby, I don't see him transitioning into like a newer generation style, and of course mumble rap or whatever is also new generation, but I'm talking about like the plug and B wave, the rage wave that we got going on right now. I don't see him transitioning into that. Other artists have tried it. Drake, now being on Benny X records and stuff like that and having collab with Cardi. Someone like Drake can maybe pull it off a little bit and make it mainstream. But I don't see Baby doing that. Baby is just known for being Baby and dropping his verses on these on the trap beats and going hard on those. So I'm hoping that that style can still maintain his career a little bit longer, and I'm hoping that a new album and a new strategy for a new album can revive his career. But right now, Baby's career has kind of like flatlined. I'm not saying it's dead. That's kind of what flatline means. But all I'm saying is the last album didn't do too well. Now he's got to play it cool. He's still relevant. He's still relevant. He got to play it very, very smart now and drop a new album that then kind of teases at something new to come and something else to come. Maybe this new single Go Hard is a good indicator. I mean, I like it. I'm going to be listening to it for some time now, have it in my rotation. But let me know what you think about this. Do you think that Lil Baby can recover from the not so successful performance of It's Only Me? I mean, it did pretty well. It was, biggest opening streaming week of whatever. He's still doing those numbers. But I'm just saying, I don't think that he can still continue the same way if he's been writing for the past 5 years and expect the same results. So let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for a new Lil Baby album? Do you think he can recover from It's Only Me? And what do you think about the new track called Go Hard? Now, I guess it's the official title. All of your thoughts on this, please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.